here I am. There have been birthday festivities today and yesterday, because yesterday was Ben's birthday and now today's my birthday, and that's why I'm on here so late. Also, please don't worry, this will go away. Anytime I even barely stretch my skin sometimes, it gets reactive. I literally was in another mirror just doing like this, and it just kind of flared up. It will go away. Everything is fine. And in case you were wondering where I was at yesterday, IG said, I'm taking the day off. That's what IG said. So I thought it'd be fun because Halloween, we were absolutely wild. And I've been doing a lot of really feral looks. So let's do, I don't want to say a no makeup look, but let's do a very, well, we are going to be using this. I discovered this yesterday. Y'all are gonna want this. We're going to use it today. I'll get into it in a second. But this is still a skin tint. So I don't think we can even name this name. Let's just put on makeup, but not full coverage. Let's do it. Oh, one more thing. I swear, I'm sorry. There was a lot. Yesterday was wild. I haven't got to just chat with y'all. I feel like this is our FaceTime. Tonight, I'm posting 7 p.m. Central. I'm posting the Sephora favorites. Everything that we should get at the Sephora sale. This actually isn't in it, but it should have been. Again, we'll get to this in a second. Not yet, but I'm going to post that. So I'm going to set a timer. Let's hop right in. I've been squawking too much. I love these. I've talked about these so much. These are from Violette FR. I'm going to tag this one. The shade they're in French. I don't speak French. I don't. I apologize. So I'm just going to get the actual link for you. So whenever I'm kind of doing things very, very quickly, a product like this, an eyeshadow stick or a liquid shadow, it's not going to need a primer. So we already have one step out of the way. We're already so much faster. I'm going to grab an E29. This is my Inner Rush brush. And we're just going to start here. Ooh, that's a pretty shade. There's a navy one in this one, and we need to use that. That's going to need a whole spicy look. Look how pretty that is. So I'm still tapping just to evenly spread it across the lid space. And then as we get up towards the brow, look at how nicely that blended. Gorgeous. I'm going to tag the E29 because if you want, you could even use this with powder right now. And I need to grab more. It does dry very quickly. Not a bad thing. Actually, a good thing. It just means that we have to move a little bit quicker. But I am going to tag the brush because you can use creams, powders, liquids, basically anything with the E29. And this is going to absolutely blow your mind, but I'm going to use this exact same brush for concealer in just a second. I know. It's wild, isn't it? Absolutely feral. But let's just continue to do that same technique over here. So this is the same brush. You can still see that shadow on there. We're going to take this now, and I'm just going to grab a powder foundation somewhere over here. Hang on. Don't go nowhere. I'm going to grab this one from Laura Mercier, just a tiny amount. And I'm going to take this to smooth the top part, kind of smooth this over here. We're still going to use this brush again, and we're going to be using our liquid concealer in a second. So you can just go back and forth, cream to powder. Doesn't matter, as long as you wipe it on Sheila. And Sheila is just a towel. It's not microfiber, and it's not wet. I don't even use any kind of quick dry cleaning sprays on these because they just don't absorb product like some of the other brushes that I used. So just kind of tap that in there, smooth that. That's pretty. Now I'm just taking dark brown eyeshadow, any dark brown eyeshadow, and I don't want to do a wing, but I do want some. Gene wants to absolutely let you know that he is having the best sleep of his life, as I was interrupted by the very sleepy kitty. I'm just taking this on an E26, and I'm just going to kind of tap it on my lash line. We can kind of swipe back and forth a little bit here. Just blend it over this way. What I'm really wanting to do is make sure that this is really nice and pushed into my lash line. And I think I'm going to stop about right there. This is a really good way to kind of lift the eye without doing a wing, because you'll see that it's thinner here, and then I kind of thicken it out this way, but I'm not extending it. And this is a really good brush for this technique. Very good for hooded eyes. This technique is. by Terry mascara, my fave. And I'm not even gonna curl my lashes. It's one of the reasons I love this mascara, because it just starts to curl them and you don't even need to. Look at that. And then I build it up this way, and then I let it dry about 20 seconds. And I'll show you, but this is really cool. See it? And then I'll take it like that, and then I kind of pull it back through a couple more times. Now I'll roll it through a couple times this way. Just make sure that we grab all of the lashes. I love this mascara. And my lashes will hold like this all day. Look at how fluffy they look, but so voluminous. I'm gonna sit here and blink at y'all. Really quickly, a lot of you have been asking me if I was going to do that new subscription situation that's been going on all over Instagram where you pay to see exclusive content. I would never do that. Never. Y'all will never have to pay for this content that I do every single day. This free knowledge that I give out. I will never make you pay for that. Ever. Okay. Although I should be charging y'all to watch Gene sleep, because it might be the cutest thing in the whole wide world. Just now, he literally just took his whole face in his sleep and like combed all his whiskers that way. Look, I'm gonna make y'all pay to watch that. So I am going to use a little bit of this primer. Y'all have seen me use this quite a bit. I really, really like it. And I'm not one who is usually into primers unless they have skincare. This one has skincare. Skincare is what makes products lay correctly. They're really what does it for the products. It used to be back in the day, we were just using basically a silicone Smashbox primer, but I couldn't figure it out and it didn't work for me. But when I just started using products that are mainly skincare or just my skincare, that's when things got really good. So I'm going to put a little bit here on the back of my hand. I'm talking just I don't need that much today because I only want to put it through the center. That's all I'm going to use. And it does blur. It definitely blurs. It's doing some blurring. Like I said, we'll just go right through the center, but that's fun to watch. Really quickly, let me tell you about primers. The one that I have on right now, if you have a lot of texture, fantastic. And if you want to just take down a little bit of shine, fantastic. But if you're super, super oily, this one is wonderful without ever being drying. If I know it's going to be a super, super humid day where I live, this one right here. So texture, oily. So this is what we're going to be using. This is the Cali Ray Free Dreaming Skin Wellness Diffusing Tint. I'm going to use shade, it's called D6. It's a medium light dream. Shake it up. You hear that little agitator in there? Anyways, I discovered it this weekend. I already knew that I liked quite a bit of the products here, but this was quite stunning. Okay, I'm going to still put it on the back of my hand. And I'm still going to use a brush. Let's dot it on. Remember, it's a tint. It's not going to match the same way that a foundation is going to match like this, because once you work it in, see? So you don't have to be as precise with getting your perfect match when it comes to tints. But look at how beautiful and blurring that is. And this wore fantastic. I got excited to show y'all, especially during the Sephora sale right now. I'm going to grab y'all a link. But look, we can have enough coverage to cover up that redness in my ear. That's a really good way to show you. Now, obviously, it's not a full coverage foundation, but you see it took down that redness. And look at how blurring. I love it. Absolutely love it. 10 out of a 10. Look at this difference. Now, remember, I don't have any concealer on underneath my eyes. But look at how blurred this looks, but then it still looks like skin. It honestly doesn't look like I have on makeup. I love it. Let's watch this side melt in. It's just satisfying to watch, and now that we have 1 minute clips. Let me put a little bit on my forehead. I usually wear a smaller amount on my forehead. Mama's on the phone with her friend Nancy from down the street. They're so cute. So now I'm grabbing that same brush that we use with powder. We're gonna switch over to this now. I know it's absolutely feral. And I'm gonna take this through here, kind of melt it in. Take it around my brows. I'm gonna grab a little bit more. There we go. This concealer. By the way, a lot of you think that I originally filmed that as an ad. The brand just asked if they could boost. So what happens is I'll do these videos and brands will see them and they'll be like, oh my goodness, I'm so happy you love it. So they'll boost the content that I did organically. And organically means it was absolutely not an ad. It was me going, dear Lord, what's in this stuff? So if y'all see those kind of posts, Laura Geller does it a lot. Those were originally not ads unless they said ad on my page. So if you'll go to my original post, just check that because I'm so upfront with all of that. I would rather it say ad first because even I get confused when other people do it. So I just put ad as the first one. Ad, you're watching an ad. You're not watching an ad right now though. It would say ad. Probably about right there. Anyways, I was talking about this concealer here. This one's from Make Beauty. I absolutely fell in love with it. So I'm just gonna do a little bit here. Mama's calling me. She's gonna ask some questions in the middle of my tutorial. Just a second. And I also never want you to feel that you need to use this little or even sometimes as much concealer as I use. Just use whatever you feel like using that day because sometimes it just varies for me. But since we have on a skin tint, I was just gonna use a small amount. Isn't that pretty? And then we'll take it to kind of clean up over here. I'm using the side of the brush to work this in and I'm using that same exact E29 that we've been using the entire time. Pretty wild, right? We've only used the C41, the E26, and the E29. Now, we got this from Calibre, and I haven't tried this. This is bronzing drops, so we could mix this into the skin tint. We could do all kinds of stuff, but today we're gonna use it as bronzer. Let's see what happens. I don't know what's gonna happen. I'm just gonna place it with my finger. Make sure you shake it up. I did shake it up. I didn't show you that. I feel like it's so important. I feel like for a very long time, I forgot to shake up everything and I couldn't get my products to work the way I wanted them to. I know you're probably thinking Rose, but it happens. Oh, it's very subtle. We can add some more if we want to. I feel like it'd be a really great mix-in because it's not too pigmented, so it's not gonna get away from us. That's really pretty. Because sometimes I can get let's just say feral. Sometimes I can go absolutely feral with my bronzer when I'm trying to do a window makeup look, and I feel like this is restraining me from turning into. So I also want to mention, obviously it's very dewy and we are going to powder it, but I don't feel like I need to. It doesn't feel like it's going to go anywhere. Sometimes when I wear skin tints, they very much feel like, hey, where's the translucent powder? Let me grab that. This one, it doesn't feel like that. And again, I already wore it and it wore so beautifully. And next time I want to try mixing these. I want to mix this in there. Again, this is very subtle. You can see it, it's very, very pretty. But I want to try it mixed because it says that you can mix it in and you can mix it with the primer. It says mix it with your lotion, serum, skin tint with primer. We love a little mixy moment. I'm actually going to grab just a little bit of the Patrick Ta powder. I'm just going to set. I'm not going to set my under eye. I'm still going to grab a loose powder for that, I think. But I'm just going to set the center of my face. I could have grabbed a puff. But I'm just going to use my C41 because I just want a little bit of powder. I don't mind it. Look at how it blurred that. It's so pretty. Love this. Just a little smidgy of some Givenchy powder. I always like this set through here. I just like it blurs really nicely. Now, I am going to tell you that I'm surprised that this isn't sold out, the Givenchy powder. This is in my Sephora favorites. I'm not going to give the rest of it away, but this is, look at that. Go get it. I'm afraid that it is going to sell out once I post that. Now, me and this Ofra palette, y'all have been asking if I ordered or if I got the Mario palette, and I ordered it. It should be here tomorrow. I'm very excited. This looks so pretty. The blush that I paint is just, it's so smooth. It looks so pretty. The mascara, but I gotta run downstairs because I forgot to bring the lip up. It's so pretty, and it's also what I have been wearing all weekend. It's kind of my off duty. I want to look spicy, but I don't want any effort. Let me go get it. Plus, I need to stretch my leg. It fell asleep. Okay, this right here, I'm not even gonna put on lip liner. Look at how pretty this is. And it's a lip oil and a cheek oil, but I've just been using it on my lips. And then again, it's not a long wear, so we can press our lips together. And then I kind of just take my finger and tap it out. Isn't that pretty? It's just the right amount of color and it diffuses so beautifully. Ooh, I love it. And then if you want to, you can wear it without, but if you want, I sometimes added this lip liner here. I'll just do one side so you can see the difference. Just to kind of give it a little bit more definition. Isn't that pretty? I love this lip liner too. I don't know what's happening here, but it's attacking me. All right, we're all done. I wanted to do something easy, but still very pretty. Found some really good new stuff. I'm telling y'all, this right here, I wish that I would have added it into my Sephora faves. I absolutely love it, love it. I want to try it mixed into this. So we're gonna see how that goes. Beautiful. I love y'all so much. Tomorrow we will do something spicy because we're getting the Mario palette tomorrow, and it's gonna get wild. It's gonna get out of control. Well, it's still gonna be neutrals because the palette's neutral, but we're gonna have sparkle out here. I can assure that. I love y'all so much. I am going to go spend the rest of the day with Benny and the little critters, and thank you for the birthday wishes. I have so many friends. That's you. Y'all are my friends. I love y'all so much. I love you with all of my heart. Thank you for being here with me and just playing and makeup with me every single day. I love y'all, and I'll see you tomorrow.